Well, praise the Lord, champions. Pastor Daryl Barnett here, Faith Life Christian Center, Minneapolis and St. Paul, Minnesota. I want to talk about marriage and forgiveness right now in a real way. When I say in a real way, it seems like we often, in a marriage relationship, there's a lot of jockeying going on. And not to say that every relationship has those kinds of challenge, but you know, it seems like the women are trying to figure out the men, and the men are trying to figure out the women, and they do pretty good, but then they clash, and then we get along, and then we give each other space, and then we come back together. But I think there can be an enormous amount of healing if we come together and we say, please forgive me. Sometimes when I'm trying to figure you out, I don't get it all right, and I may offend you or do something that I hadn't intended that would cause you harm. I really do love you, and please forgive me. And then sometimes, you know, the enemy gets involved and we get off course, and then we want to get back, but we don't know how to get back. The last thing you want to do is consult your ungodly friends at that time that, well, this is what you do to come back in the good graces. The Lord has given us the way to come back to each other in covenant. That's by saying, please forgive me. Please forgive me, and I purpose in my heart to not do the things again that caused us challenge in our relationship. So forgiveness is a huge key, and we see it all through the Bible, not just in 1 John 1:9. If you confess your sin, the Lord is faithful and just to forgive you and cleanse you from all unrighteousness. But even at the Last Supper, the Bible tells us that in the same night in which he was betrayed, he gave thanks, and he began to go into what we know as communion the night he was betrayed. If that's not forgiveness in covenant, I don't know what is. So let's start practicing forgiveness in our relationship. Not with the I forgive yous, but would you please forgive me? I think it'll bless you. See you next time.